Hey tubers, so today we're going to work on some leg stretches. Starting out, we're going to go with the straddle stretch. You're going to bring your feet out and you're going to keep your toes pointed up, push from behind you and just get a good stretch, pressing your feet out, keeping your back straight and just holding here with the toes pointed up. And you'll start to feel that in the inside of your leg. After you sit here for a little bit, we're going to lean forward and just kind of stretch out, still keeping the back straight as much as possible. You just want to hinge from the hips here, so don't try to flex your back too much like that. Try to first keep it nice and tall, straight up. You can walk your fingers out slowly. You can hold each stretch for about 15, 30 seconds, even up to a minute. It's also recommended that you could also be just watching this video, or you could be watching something else that you can be doing at the same time to make sure it's not as boring. You could be on your phone, watching something, watching something on your computer. Helps you pass the time. You're gonna reach to your right leg now. So it's good to do two things at once because it also helps you take your mind off of the stretch. So if it really is kind of painful in the beginning, it can kind of distract your mind on how it's feeling. But you want to still have enough focus where you can do a good job with your stretch. If you want to talk about breathing as well as mental focus, maybe the TV thing is not a good idea. Maybe you want to actually try to feel your whole body, and it can be a good time to meditate and get to know your body just by feeling everything going on within your muscles. And it pulls awareness inwardly. This is a good time to get in tune with your own body as well. Then you can just quietly stretch and kind of feel as like, okay, now I feel there's more tension or less tension as I pull down with my leg. You can try to grab the back of your toes like I'm doing now. Again, holding for about at least 15 seconds to 30 seconds. You can hold as long as a minute as well. So after you've done both sides, you can do back to the middle again and stretch that. This time you can go a little further now. Maybe if you can also push again, make them a little wider. You should be able to scoot your butt a little bit more forward. Then you do the same thing, just hold up nice and tall, keeping the leg as straight as you can, keeping your toes pointed up. Hold that for a while before you start reaching forward. And again, you're gonna hold these for about 15 to 30 seconds. For a minute, that's also good. Doing something simultaneously, maybe I'm editing a video. But it's something to do while you are in this posture so you can make use of a stretching time. So it's hard to do stretches and workout at the same time. Because if you're already doing 2 hours of practice, then doing another 30 minutes or 15 minutes is sometimes hard. So you can always do stretches at the same time as you're doing another type of work. After a while, I think the stretches kind of feel good in a lot of ways. It releases a lot of tension after I get back up again. Yep, and then the other side. So after you can do maybe like 2 or 3 rotations of this straddle stretch, then we're gonna go to a butterfly stretch. So I'm gonna bring both feet in, and then we do this butterfly stretch. Bring the feet facing each other, and it's called a butterfly because it looks like your knees are kind of like a butterfly. Sometimes I grab and press my toes together and I push down. That way I'm pulling my heels toward my body. Sit up tall like that, pressing the knees down. You can hold that for a while. Again, 15 seconds or 30 seconds to a minute. Just staying nice and tall. Breathing in and out. Yeah, then another way I like to do this stretch is to pull the feet out like a book. And you can kind of do a massage to your feet at the same time. And I'm also pushing down with my elbows on my thighs here like that. So you can kind of massage your feet. It's good right in the arch here. I feel sometimes that's great. Feels really good to press and open the feet up, as well as pushing with my elbows down on my legs. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of massaging out the feet, pressing down, finding any tension that you have. Right now I'm really feeling my left arch is actually a little bit tight today. Yeah. So just getting in tune with your body, finding out where you need to release some tension. And also sometimes I like to pull at the toes here to stretch it out, so it gets a nice good stretch in the arch as well. Pulling the toes back, leaning forward a little bit more. Another way you can stretch is if you have something heavy. I've put like a grappling dummy on my knees before, just put it in my lap like that, and it also presses my knees down as well. So you can get something heavy. If you have a heavy object that's soft enough that you can put, then that's also good. What I'm doing now is actually, sometimes I like to even sometimes pull it, the toes. Maybe you can get a few tension pops in there. It's up to you, but it helps release tension just by creating space in the joint by pulling at the toes a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and last, or not last, but next, you bring one leg out. We're gonna stretch forward. Nice and easy, so you can push this knee down with your left. Keep your knee straight, so whichever needs more attention. If you want to put your hand here, you can, or you can put it on your knee to make sure this stays nice and straight. You should feel it in the back hamstring and maybe your calves a little bit. Yeah. So again, holding 15, 30 to a minute. Nice. Feeling the stretch throughout that whole leg. You probably can feel it even all the way to your glutes. After you got on that, I'm going to pull that leg in. Right leg's going to go in. Left leg goes out. And we stretch the left side. And you can hold this for about 15, 30 seconds to a minute. Just kind of leaning forward. Again, hinging at the hips here, not just bending your back. Keep your back straight. I actually feel also a nice stretch in my lower back from this on my right side. So yeah, keep that knee down, keep both knees down. Stretching out. After you've held it for as long as you want, you're gonna let it loose. Bring your both feet out now. This one probably, I think, sucks the most. But you're gonna try to reach both hands out. Get your hands to your toes if you can, or just grab the shins. And keep those knees straight as possible. Again, hinging at the hip. So your back is fairly straight. But your will might have still some roundedness in it, depending on how flexible you are. Some people can feel completely in half. Okay, after you've held this for about 30 seconds to a minute, so release that, shake it out. Shake out the feet. Now we're gonna do some middle stretches again. This time you're gonna have your feet out. You're gonna hold it here in the straddle, and we're gonna shift forward and back, trying to get all that inside of the leg. So you can push your butt back, walk your hands back a bit. You'll feel some stretch there. And then you're gonna shift and rotate your hips forward a bit and feel how that moves the tension. So like you're gonna get your whole inner leg right now. This is gonna help stretch all the inner leg. And as you go forward and back, you'll start to notice you're getting a little bit lower each time. So keep doing this. This is a great one for helping you push your flexibility level. Especially if you don't have a machine. Like I used to use a stretching machine to do this, to press my legs out and create the same tension. But you can do the same thing just with gravity and with the ground. just by shifting your weight forward and back. And actually this gets more of your leg because you have the shifting forward and back. I get more spots on the inner leg, shifting forward and back. So after you did that for about 30 seconds to a minute, then we're going to switch to our left side. So I'm going to face the left. I'm going to face the left, straighten this leg, come down, bend, and stretch forward. And I'll feel it more in my hamstrings again. Here. Can hold this for another 30 seconds to a minute. Really just kind of feeling how that's going to release some tension here. So you're just trying to work on the front split now. So we did the middle split. This is one of the front splits. Sometimes I actually like to kind of press and massage right there. That helps also relieve some tension. I like squeezing the muscle in different areas to release the tension. After that, we're going to bend that lead leg. And we're going to be stretching hip flexors over here. Keeping the knee down. Keep the knee down and up. Keeping the hips squared up as well. I'm just going to lean into that right hip. Yep, so you're going to hold this again for 30 seconds to a minute. Really push in. If you can't feel it, you can also lean back more. Really driving weight into that hip. Turning your waist maybe. When I start to turn to the left, I kind of feel another kind of stretch. So I turn to the left and stretch. Trying to get all the muscles around here, so turning and twisting can kind of help find where that tension is. And then let release slowly. Then we're going to switch, opposite side. So now this one is going to straighten, and I'm going to bend forward and try to get the hamstrings to stretch here. Yeah. So mainly we're working middle split and front split. So you notice all of them were middles, sitting middle and sitting front. And now we're kind of doing an actual middle and front split by straddling and turning right and left with both feet out. Yeah. So I'm working most of the front leg now. Again, holding 30 seconds to a minute. You're going to feel that tension there. You can also do that massage on the leg to help release it better too. You're going to feel how tight those muscles are right now because they're fully stretched. You can release it by just squeezing a little. Then you're going to bend that front knee and push into the left hip. Push to the left hip. Feel the inner hip flexors stretching. You can rotate left and right. Feel different parts of the hip there. Turning in and out. And again, holding that for 30 seconds to a minute. When you got that, then you can try to do the actual split. See how far you can get both legs out. And hold this nice and tall in the middle. Pressing both hips down. Now you're going to feel it in both the right and the left simultaneously, just like how you're holding the other one. And I can rock and turn and twist to find that tension. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds to a minute as well. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides again. Release it slowly. And try to hold that. Front split on the left side. Again, 30 seconds to a minute. Trying to stretch out both legs at once, so you should feel it in hip flexor and also in the hamstrings, both sides. You can kind of turn around left and right, maneuvering to try to feel where you need to stretch the most tension out. Hope you guys liked the stretching video. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, so we'll see you next time, and if you want to check out these shirts, we just got these in now, the Ninja Nate Jeet Kune Do Wing Chun shirts for the students here in Hawaii, as well as you guys online, you members, as well as you viewers as well, if you want to pick up a shirt. They're available now on the YouTube Stores channel. So if you look at Ninja Nate, go to the tab Store, and you'll be able to find it there. Or usually they're also below all these videos now. So you can check them out. If you like them, pick one up, support the channel. I'll see you guys next time.